sajivam sadvaitam savadhutam parijana sahitam Krishna chaitanya devam Sri Radha Krishna padam Sahagana lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nishavatarakam Tat Prakasam Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam Vande Guru Pada Bhakta Vrinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanam Vande Radhika Charanadvayam Sri Nandanandanam Vande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samajati Vrindavana Manoharam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Sri Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta All of you Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare First of all, I offer my most respectful obeisances unto the holy lotus feet of all their divine graces, my Guru Pada Padma, Srimad Bhakti Raksha, Sridhara Deva Goswami Maharaj, and as none different from him, Srimad Bhakti Dvaita Madhava Goswami Maharaj. Now humbly praying for their divine grace, causeless mercy be bestowed upon all of you, upon this humble servitor. As next, in non-difference, I also offer my most respectful obeisances unto the other Guru Varga, or Rupanuga Guru Varga, Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and all other Rupanuga Guru Varga. And lastly, paying offering my prostrating loving pranams, obeisances, all wholehearted reverence to the holy lotus feet of His Divine Grace, Paramahamsa Kula Churaman, Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. Humbly praying my obeisance, humbly praying for the causeless grace and mercy to be bestowed upon all of us. I forgot to include also Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Prabhupada Ji Maharaj Ji. Also offer my most respectful, humble obeisance unto His holy lotus, praying for His divine grace be bestowed upon all of us, upon all glories to all our noble Guru Varga, glorious Guru Varga, Vaishnava Vrinda, Srimad Radha Madan Mohan Radha Govinda Devji Radha Gopinath Ji, Saparikare Jai Jukta Ho, all glories to their lordships. All glories to my glorious Shiksha Gurudev, Srimad Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami, paying my humble obeisance at His lotus feet, praying for His grace, benevolent grace, be bestowed upon me and all of them. See, invocation of the auspicious grace of all our Guru Varga Vaishnava Vrinda, in order to make the auspicious beginning of Harikatha is very much required. That holy tradition, divine tradition has been established by our Guru Varga. Doing Mangalacharanam this way, always doing Mangalacharanam by invoking, praying for the divine grace of all the beloved devotees, associates of the Lord, divine couple Mahaprabhu Nityananda in the first place. So with the invocation of the auspicious grace, beginning the Krishna Katha. If our Guru Varga become pleased, the divine couple Gaura Nityananda will also become very pleased. One of our fundamental principles, one of our foremost principles is to be devoting ourselves to the worships of Bhagavan and Guru Varga, Bhagavan and his devotees. Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tine Sharan, Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tine Smaran and Tine Sharan, Tine Smarane এবং স্মরণে হয় বিঘ্ন বিনাশন। অনায়াসে হয় নিজ বাঞ্ছিত পূরণ। I am happily remembering our dear beloved Srimad Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj used to be often quoting, almost without fail, he used to be quoting about this. By clearly establishing, setting the example, not only setting the example before others, also he himself was so devoted to narrate the glories, invoking the divine grace of all the Guru Varga in the first place. Hari Guru Vaishnava. So, see Gurudev, Guru Varga, Vaishnava and Bhagavan. So that has been his special trend, our trend. We love that, we love to follow. Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tine Sharan, Smaran Tine, Smarane Sharane Hai, Vighna Vinashan, Anayase Hai Nija Vanchita Puran. Devotees know the meaning, translation of this. You just translate 3 verses.
In English or in
Slovenian? In English or whatever language.
Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tiner Smaran, by remembering Guru, spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and Vaishnavas, devotees of Supreme Lord, and Bhagavan, Supreme Lord, by remembering them, by just merely remembering them, and Maharaj also told now, by taking shelter of them, all inauspicious or all obstacles in our devotional service will be removed, and all our own eternal desires for the service of Krishna, that will be fulfilled. Those desires for the service of Krishna, they will be fulfilled by them, by just merely remembering and taking their shelter.
Very nice. That's how we are beginning, making the auspicious beginning of today's Harikatha. So, see, there are always certain common questions among the devotees of Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu. Right? That for many years they have been chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They have been chanting, singing, taking holy names. Many years they are cultivating or sincerely trying to cultivate the life of Krishna consciousness. Still, they feel nothing happening. Not always feeling direct connection, or hardly feeling direct connection with the life of Krishna consciousness, Radha Krishna consciousness. See, this happens, this kind of experience comes because of our casual nature, because of our forgetful and casual nature. Number one, forgetful nature. We often be forgetting to be living our life in continued Krishna consciousness. I repeat, we often become so forgetful, being conditioned by this responsibility, that responsibility, another responsibilities all the time, all lined up. So many innumerable responsibilities. So being so much conditioned and influenced, captured by different kinds of responsibilities in this mundane world, separate separate from Krishna, okay, not directly connected with Krishna. We become so occupied, we become forgetful. We simply become forgetful. And then when we remember, and at some point when we consciously remember of cultivating life of Krishna consciousness, then what happens? We become casual. We often, not all the time, but we often become so casual, formal, just doing things, taking care of the things, service activities in the life of Krishna consciousness, in the field of cultivation, more like conventional, normal, formal, conventional, casual ways, without being very particular, inquisitive, and very specially focusing, adhering, hankering, even trying to hankering, without even trying to feel any laulam for that. Everything is flowing casually. Therefore, we do not feel the direct connection, touch of life of divine Krishna consciousness. But to the same us, same ourselves, when at certain very fortunate special moments, while we remain absorbed in Radha Krishna consciousness, Mahaprabhu consciousness, meditative and very specific and specifically feeling loving, love and respect, devotion to their divine lordships, to Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu. Some special, very special, specific moments, all of a sudden we find some taste. It comes. All of a sudden, appearing some wonderful taste and joy appearing in our life in Krishna consciousness. And in those fortunate moments we love to be living so much. They are rare. They rarely come in our lives, but they come. They definitely come as we continue in the process with all our sincerity, even trying to feel, trying to be devoted, with all our sincerity, trying to feel love for Krishna Radhika. This cannot but come. That kind of divine opportunity, that kind of divine connection, revelation, divine manifestation cannot but appear. So it happens. At certain points, certain fortunate moments of our higher spiritual absorption or meditation, or meditations, our deep thoughtfulness, meditative thoughtfulness and absorption, all of a sudden we find some taste appearing. And we love those moments, and exactly those moments we know what it is. How beautiful, wonderful it is. But it doesn't continue for long. It withdraws. Just revealing just a glimpse of the wonderful nectarine experience, great love and happiness, it withdraws. But by that time, it gives us idea, some experience what it is, what it is all about, how wonderful, beautiful, nectarine, joyful, blissful it is. To our all loving gratitude, raising so much loving gratitude from the bottom of our heart, upsurging, kindling the feelings, kindling the upsurging feelings of our loving gratitude, so much loving gratitude towards the Supreme Absolute Divine, towards the Supreme Beautiful Absolute Divine, the Divine Couple, Mahaprabhu. We have that experience. And we feel so grateful, become so filled with so much loving gratitude, even for the fraction of moment of that experience. Even for that beautiful, wonderful experience, divine experience, even for a fraction of moment, for a little while. Srila Bhakti Thakur has described. He is Mahabhagavata, pure devotee. He also describes, narrates so wonderful way, mystically wonderful way, through some of his songs of the Shiksastakam. বিচক্ষণ করি দেখিতে চাহিলে হয় আঁখি অগোচর পুনঃ নাহি দেখি কাঁদয়ে পরাণ দুঃখের না থাকে ওর ভাবেতে বিভোর থাকিয়ে যখন দেখা দেয় চিত চোর ভাবেতে বিভোর থাকিয়ে যখন দেখা দেয় চিত চোর বিচক্ষণ করি দেখিতে চাহিলে হয় আঁখি অগোচর পুনঃ নাহি দেখি কাঁদয়ে পরাণ দুঃখের না থাকে ওর Of course he's expressing about his experience of very high divine level, not only in state way, not only in very blissful, wonderfully blissful way, but vipralambha experience. He's describing with painfully blissful vipralambha experience
Separation.
in that song. Yes, separation. And here are all the devotees,
No,
most of them.
he is very new.
I
He is very
see.
new.
I see.
Externally.
Vipralambha experience means experience of painful experience of the blissful love of Krishna Radhika, blissful love of Supreme Lord in feelings of separation. Okay. Feelings of separation. So it's a painful, loving experience, painfully blissful love experience about the supreme, absolute, beautiful, divine, in other words, divine couple, through painful separation. It cannot be understood by our mundane knowledge or mundane experience of any kind of painful love. We can only receive some idea towards some sweetly painful mundane love felt in separation from the beloved. We can only just receive an idea, glimpse, but that cannot really explain, give us the real idea about it, how it is felt in transcendence, how the transcendental love divine, with all blissful character, felt, unlimitedly felt through love pain, through painful separation from the beloved. Whole heart, whole existence is waking up and upsurging through a blissfully painful feelings of separation from the beloved, supreme beloved. The supreme beloved is the embodiment of all beauty, beautiful and blissful attraction of infinite love, ecstatic love. So, the pain of separation from him also felt accordingly, limitlessly, unendingly. Yet, there is some wonderful feelings of bliss there, wonderful feelings of joy, taste, nectarine taste is there, even in that kind of vipralambha love, which cannot be understood by limited human brain, limited human concept, or limited human brain, limited human ability of understanding, is that yes, we can only receive a little glimpse, an idea. It cannot be really comprehended, cannot be really realized by our limited human conception of love pain through painful separation from the beloved. It is fully transcendent. It is of transcendental nature and character. So, recapping back to the point. So, we the devotees of Mahaprabhu Radha Krishna, I repeat, we the devotees of Sriman Mahaprabhu Radha Krishna should not be feeling disappointed or hopeless, because most of the times in our life we always do not live our life or feel that ecstatic connection, fulfilling ecstatic connection with Krishna Radhika, with the Supreme Divine. That should not be feeling disappointed or hopeless. Rather, we have been advised by our Guru Varga, by the Supreme Lord, to have our heart filled with nectarine hope, have our hearts filled with immortal nectarian hopes. Realistically, nectarian hopes that one day it will happen. One day I will be receiving a nectarine revelation of nectarine joy and taste and blissfulness, ecstatic love. So, it cannot but happen. It will be happening for sure, following the promise of the divine couple, following the promise of the Supreme Absolute Divine. As long as we sincerely be continuing, as long as we sincerely continue, sincerely be continuing our devotional life with all our sincere endeavors, all our best sincere endeavors. If that is there, if that sadhana is carried on, continued, we don't have to worry at all about the assurance. We do not have to worry at all about whether I will receive that or not, whether I will be receiving that fortune, highest fortune or not. Lord Krishna says, don't be suspicious. Although some suspicions will naturally come in your life because of your mundane limitations and conditions, it is natural. But ultimately have faith in me. Don't be suspicious, don't have any suspicion, don't have any doubt or suspicion. As long as you remain situated in my consciousness, in the world of my service, as long as you try to connect to me with the best of your sincerity, you have all sincerity and open-heartedness to be relating with me. You have all beautiful motivation to the best of your sincerity to be living with me, living in my consciousness, relating with me. No matter whether or not, whether you are always able, successful to feel that nectarine, joyful connection with me, but you know, one day you will be embraced within that world of nectarine experience. One day you can see me, feel me so close to your heart, and I will also embrace you so closely to my heart. But by the time you become my pure devotee, by that time when that will happen, you will be discovering yourself. You will be discovering yourself waking up, rising up with crying, ecstatic love of mine, tearful, ecstatic love of mine, all of a sudden, at some point you'll be discovering your deeper self, having the upsurge of ecstatic love of mind, manifesting through your crying for me, crying experience of love. So much fulfilled. So it will happen. Be rest assured, remain rest assured. That will be happening, that will be revealed. Some point you will be embraced by me. As you lovingly embrace me, you will also be lovingly embraced by me through reciprocation, according to your qualification, according to your deserving qualifications. You will be embracing me, I will also be embracing you. Through Sambandha Jnanam. It is called Sambandha Jnanam. Wonderful things, wonderful taste and experience. Wonderful taste and experience will be revealed in your life through that beautiful, spontaneous Sambandha Jnanam, spontaneously revealed Sambandha Jnanam.
Knowledge of relationship
between me and you and me. And when such reality will be happening, when such divine realities will be revealed in your life, will be active, will be manifesting, then automatically the automatic, spontaneous experience, not knowledge, experience of Sambandha Vidya Prayojanam, all will come, be united in your life in one full packaging. Sambandha Avidya Prayojanam. All interrelated and interdependent, interconnected, interrelated, interdependent experience of the Sambandha, Avidya and Prayojanam in relation to me, all will be revealed, experienced by you. Holistic experience. A holistic experience divine in relation, in connection with the Supreme, beautiful, absolute divine, the Supreme Lord. Therefore, other day I was also discussing with you in Croatia, Zagreb. Lord Krishna mercifully, he recommended so many, step by step, many ways. And lastly he said, after he says, Manmana bhava madbhakto majjaji mang namaskuru mame vaishasi sattante pratijane priyoshime. If you can devote all your mind and heart, everything unto me, on me, manmana bhava. Put your all mind, your all thoughts and feelings on me. Devote all your mind, thoughts on me. Manmana bhava, madbhakto bhava, manmana bhava madbhakto. With all your sincerity, please, with all your sincerity, be trying to become my devotee. Madbhakto means madbhakto bhava, madjaji. Be engaged in my ecstatic love. At least try to be engaged in my ecstatic love worship. Be engaged in my blissful love worship, joyful love worship. At least mean to have that, mean to be that. Whether or not you directly have that qualification, seriously, sincerely mean to do that, it will happen. Majjaji Mang Namaskuru. Bow down your head. Pay your heartful obeisance. Pay your heartful loving obeisance unto me. Mang Namaskuru. Not just formal obeisance to fulfill some formality. Dandavat Krishna, Dandavat Radharani, Dandavat Krishna. Not like that. Obeisance. It should not stay like ritual activities, just some ritual activities. While we are bowing down our head, touching our head on the ground, it means it's a ritual way to surrender, to dedicate, lovingly dedicate myself. That is obeisance. Submission, loving submission. It's the ritual of loving submission, loving dedication, devotion. So Mang Namaskuru, that's what he means through the word Mang Namaskuru. If you can do that, rest assured, don't worry at all, rest assured, Mame Vaishyashi Sattante, as a result. Mame Vaishyashi Sattante, you will be living with me. At some point, at certain state, I will be absorbing you in my loved family fold, loved family area. I will be absorbing you. You will be absorbed in my loving family. Okay? And you will be living with me in my abode. Whether when you are alive in this lifetime on this mundane plane like Jivan Mukta state, or after leaving the material body you come to my abode. You directly live with me. Directly you start living with me in my direct consciousness that you are living with me in my Dhamma. And that is my promise. Mame Vaishyashi Sattante, Mame Vaishyashi Sattante, you will be living with me. I will be living with you. Sattante, it's my truthful promise. Sattante pratijane, pratijane means promise. It's my, Sattante means truthful. Pratijane, I promise. So it's my truthful promise. Priyo Sime. I reveal, O Arjuna, you are so dear to my heart. Therefore I am revealing, lovingly revealing about this my truthful promise about my devotees to you. Because you are so dear to my heart, so beloved to me. Priyo Sime. You are very dear to my heart, O Arjuna. So, through Arjuna, he was giving this message, extending this message to all his devotees, all his lovers, devoted lovers. And he says, still if you cannot really feel love taste for me, yet if you still, after knowing such my message, still you are not able to connect with me, relate with me, for your material conditionings, so many other mundane, illusory conditions, then do one thing. Cultivate some good habit. Cultivate a good, very beneficial habit in favor, in interest of me, in favor of me, okay? In the pure interest of me, in my consciousness. Just try to be cultivating a very good, positive, healthy, beneficial habit. Therefore he said, Atha chittang samadhatum na shaknosi mai sthira Still, if you cannot be applying your mind and heart, devoting your mind and heart unto me, na shaknoshi, still if you see you are unable to devote, focus and devote your mind and heart unto me, athachittang samadhatu dhatum na shaknoshi mai sthiram. If you see that you cannot be really fixing your mind and heart, devoting your mind and heart on me, resting on me, then do one thing. Na shaknoshi mai sthiram. Abhasa yogeno tato mami chaptung dhananja. Simply be creating, simply be cultivating a very good, positive, healthy habit of engaging in my loving service, devotional service, thinking of me by reading from the books, by absorbing, reading from the holy scriptures, devotional books, by listening to my katha, by listening about my glories from the Harikathas, while spoken by the holy sadhus, by absorbing, by engaging in chanting and singing my glories, narrating my glories, preaching it to others, engaging in my devotional services, whatever way is possible for you. Jenoteno prakareno manah Krishna niveshayat. By any possible means, you try to be connecting with me. At least try to be cultivating that good habit, positive, healthy habit, very beneficial habit to remain in connection with me. It's called Abhasa Yoga. Abhasa Yogeno tato mamit chaptung dhananjaya. And that Abhasa Yoga is mostly found in the Vidhi Marga. Vidhi Marga. Then, in the next step he says, giving another alternative, even if you cannot do that, giving one after another alternatives, how kind the Lord is. Even you cannot even do that for me, even to be cultivating your good habit to remain in connection with me in service, habit to be engaged in offering service to me, doing little things for me, like offering little water, some tulasi leaves, some fruits, or chanting my holy name. Even if you see, even that you are unable to do that, even, okay, you are even unable to even do that, just cultivating some good positive habit to be staying in connection with me, doing something for me. And next he says, then do one thing. Whatever you do in your life, whatever activities you are having in your life to be maintaining and sustaining your life and family duties, all the activities are giving you some result, you are receiving some results from all those activities. Simply be offering all the results of all those activities in your mind and heart on principle. Just be dedicating all the results, fruits of the activities to me on principle, through your bhava and through your practice. Just be dedicating all the fruits, ultimate fruits from all your positive activities, good activities in my service. You have to do it. You do not have to do anything else. At least you can do that. If you can do that, then also you will be receiving immense benefits. At some point you will be so much qualified to be relating with me through your natural love and relating to me through your engagement of loving service unto me. You can do that. So that verse was that. Next, Abhaseppo samarthosi matkarmo paramo bhava athachittang samadhatum nasaknosi mai sthiram. then Abhasho Yogeno Tato Mami Chaptu Dhananjaya. If that is also not possible, then means Abhasheppo Asamarthoshi. Even if so, in case you even find yourself that you are unable to cultivate that Abhasha Yoga, Asamarthoshi, Abhasha Yoga, then you do one thing, Abhasheppo Samarthoshi, Matkarmo Paramo Bhava. Then Matkarmo Paramo Bhava, Madartham api karmani, do all your life activities for me. Madartham, Tatkurusha Madarpanam, same principle. Then, at least you do all your life activities for my cause, in my interest. Because anyway, since you have to be living your life, you cannot live your life without any activities. In order to be living your life, you have no choice. You cannot but have to be engaged in certain activities like earning livelihood, maintaining and sustaining your life. So you cannot be staying without any activity in your life. You cannot simply be living your life without any actions or activities. Anyway, okay, you have to do activities. Okay, you are actually bound by the laws of necessity. Simply by the natural laws of necessities of maintaining and sustaining your life, living your life, you are just simply bound to do some activities, life activities to live your life, maintain and sustain your life. Krishna said that. Simply don't be doing those life activities with some personal, mundanely personal false ego that of I, me, mine. Simply be engaging in those activities for my cause, in my connection. Instead of separate from me, I, me, mine, only you are doing selfishly only for you, or for your little extended family. No. Do everything for me, for my cause, for my satisfaction, in my interest. If you can do that, you will receive everything. At some point you will be attaining the highest treasure of your life, highest divine treasure, which is me. You will be attaining me, eternal relation with me. Eternal, you will be blessed with the ecstatic loving service unto me. So, Bhasheppo samarthoshi, matkarmo paramo bhava, madartham api karmani, do all your karma activities for me, madartham, for me, to satisfy me. Madartham api karmani, kurban, do everything. Siddhim abhapsashi, siddhi will automatically come. When you can do all your karma, all your activities for my satisfaction, for my cause, siddhi will automatically come as a result. So, madarthamapi karmani kurban, then siddhim abhapsashi. Karma phalarpanam, for the satisfaction of Krishna. Krishna gave many alternative ways. Practically, he opened up all these practical alternative ways so that we do not miss any chance, so that we cannot raise up any questions of doubts, any questions, any excuses. I am at a loss. I am lost. I don't know, I have no proper guidance, I don't know which way to approach the Lord Krishna, how to receive connection with Him, how to connect with the Supreme, Beautiful, Absolute Divine, how to relate with that Supreme He, Supreme She, Absolute, Beautiful, Divine. because I do not see him or her. I do not hear his or her sound. I do not touch, I cannot touch the Supreme He or She. I cannot directly taste about the Supreme He and She. I cannot directly embrace, feel the nearness, closeness with that Supreme Divine He and She. How can I? Krishna, how can I? How can I connect, feel your connection? And Krishna, in answer to that, these questions, Krishna is approaching us from opposite direction. Krishna says in response, look, this is my natural way of living my life. I just want to live my life in invisible, mysteriously covered, wonderful, beautiful way. That's my natural way of lifestyle, my natural way of living. You cannot question it. You cannot simply be questioning it. Why I am not visualized by you, why I am not seen by you, touched by you, okay, I am not heard by you directly. You cannot question. Just as you cannot be questioning why Supreme Lord did not create two eyes on the two knees, on our knees. Why He created eyes there, why He did not create some extra eyes on our knees or back or ear. Why He created head on the top, why He did not create head in the middle. Okay. Why He created nose here. He could have created nose on the toe. We cannot be asking all these questions. We have to accept the truth as it is. So, we cannot be asking in many ways, why Supreme Lord? Why Supreme Lord created the light? Okay, not like air. Why He created the air not unlike light? Why He created the air not like water? Or why He created the water not like light and ether? We cannot ask all this. Beyond our questions, we have to be accepting the universal truth. Okay, the all-pervading, infinite truth, the way it is. And we have to be adjusting with that and be harmoniously flowing with the understanding of the truths as it is or as they are, without questioning. It's absurd. Absurd. Similarly, we cannot be questioning in a so-called, like some ignorant atheist, and fully deluded ignorant atheist cannot be questioning, why can I not directly perceive about God? If I cannot directly perceive about God, the Supreme Absolute Divine Truth, how can I know He is there, or He is existent, or He is controlling? It's nature controlling, as if it's ignorance, it's illusion, because they cannot feel about the source of this whole natural power, universal, multiversal, superpower as personality. They cannot understand the very source, the origin of all this natural superpower can be a supremely, infinitely, limitlessly personified and personality. Can be a personality with limitless characteristics. They don't understand. So they simply take the atheist, big atheist, simply take some very easy and lazy and excuse-giving ways. Since we don't directly realize anything, perceive anything, he is not there. Finish. Although they also understand in the whole infinite multiversal system, the amount of the things unknown by us is much, much greater than the amount and quantity of the things known by us. It is even understood through simple common sense. Atheists also understand. When they look around, when they look around and look into the infinite nature of the being, infinite nature of the multiverse, multiversal reality, they understand it has limitless characteristics. So, see why I'm saying multiversal, because even the science can realize more than 200 billions of galaxies. 200 billions of galaxies existing. Even it is touching trillions. Between 200 billions of galaxies to the trillions. It can be even more. They can have some conception about this multiversal system, which is observable universe, which they can only observe. But they cannot say anything yet beyond the limit of the observable universe. Okay. And the Holy Scriptures say it is not to be measured, it is limitless. You cannot really measure through mathematical calculation 200 billions, 300 billions or trillions. No, it is limitless. When you include observable universe and beyond observable universe, simply limitless. And there are innumerable dimensions of the creation, not just only objective dimensions, what can be photographed, what scientists can understand, what scientists can perceive. They can only perceive about the observable universe, something they can photograph, something they can picturize, something they can hear the sound about, or something they can feel, conceive. Only they can speak and say anything about that. But what about other universal, the other multiversal systems of other dimensions? Beyond fourth dimension, fifth, sixth, seventh, they say 11 dimension. And our Holy Scripture says no 11 dimensions, innumerable dimensions of the creations, innumerable dimensions of the conceptions of birth, maintenance and death, innumerable dimensions of the conceptions of being and life, innumerable dimensions of the conception of the universes, multiversal system. Okay, so how much you realize? You have to say Anantam, Ashim, Ananta, Akhandam. These are the terms from the Holy Scriptures. The way Holy Scriptures describes about the Brahmanda, number of the Brahmandas, not necessarily measured, mathematically measured. They simply say innumerable, infinite. Period. Period. By quantity and quality, just to the infinite. Period. The Scriptures do not want to go ahead. They put a period, limit to the limitlessness. Period. By saying period, saying it's limitless. In transcendence, you cannot fully comprehend. You cannot even be comprehending even a part in a nice way, proper way. What to speak more of fully comprehending all. Cannot. So, anyway, the nature of Krishna Katha has got innumerable dimensions also, and branches. So, in connection, I am flowing now, explaining about this. So, going back to that, when we give these messages to the Lord, how can I relate to you, my Lord? See, I cannot. You love to be remaining. You love to be remaining, living your life in a greatly, wonderfully, mystically, mysteriously, invisible way. Since you love to be living your life in invisible way, okay, mystically covered by the wonders, wonderfully mysterious way, and beyond our reach, transcending our perception ability. At the same time, you are asking us to connect with you. At the same time, you are asking us, advising us, guiding us so wonderfully, with so much loving care and attention to connect with you, to relate with you. How can we do that? Krishna is smiling. He is a very playful Lord. He is a most playful, beautifully playful Lord. He smilingly and playfully answered, coming from the opposite direction of approach. He says, Jo mang pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pashyati tasyahang na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati. He gives us message saying, I am explaining, I am illuminating that bhava, the truth, in my own way, following the ways of the Guru Varga. I am not directly exactly translating some of the messages of Krishna, but I am actually exactly translating the very mood and essence of the message Krishna wants to give. No doubt about it. Not in a literal way, but factual mood, the factual, thoughtful way, factual, essential truth manifesting way, I am saying. Factual truth manifesting way. See, I have to create new terminology in English to express what I am trying to express. So, when we are lovingly complaining, devotees are lovingly complaining to Krishna, see, you have chosen to live your lifestyle in a wonderfully invisible, transcendental way. We cannot see you, hear your sound, touch you, feel you, embrace you. At the same time, you want us. You want us so much to connect you, to relate with you, to embrace you, to engage your direct loving service, to experience you, feel in your consciousness, living in your consciousness. How is that, Lord, my Lord? How is that? But you won't come out of your own ways of living your life. Beautifully, wonderfully invisible, mystery-covered, veiled, mystery-covered, playful way of your lifestyle. You won't come out. You love to live your life in such veiled, mystically covered way, mysteriously wonderful way. That's the way you choose. Lord Krishna says, that's right. That's right, you are very correct. You are telling the truth. Because you know one of the reasons I love to be living my life in this mystically covered, invisible, mysterious, wonderful way, transcendental to all your riches. Because, number one, this is what I choose. This is what I choose. This is the way I choose to live my life in transcendence. You cannot question that. It's my personal life. It's the question about my personal life. I am the Lord of my own sweet will. You cannot question that. You can only address that truth. You can only address that truth and relate to the truth, and maybe best you can lovingly complain to me, but not actually complaining to me. Lovingly, cutely complaining to me. Okay, you can go to that extent, but you cannot actually be questioning me. Why should I be living my lifestyle, my life in that way? Because that's the way I love to live. That's my natural way of living. That's my natural way of living in transcendence. Not like you. Okay, that every time I have to be exhibited in a mundane way. Number one. Number two, answering to your prayers, if it becomes like common, if it becomes a common activity in my life, that as soon as you are praying to see me, touch me, relate with me, feel me, very soon I reveal myself to you, easily manifest before you, then you will not be understanding my real value. You'll be taking my manifestation in a very casual, cheap class way. Okay, that I can be easily perceived. I can be so easily perceived and felt just by through some common prayers, without much devotion unto me, without paying the real value to attain my connection. You won't value it properly. You don't know how to value my manifestation, revelation, if I give you my darshana. First of all, learn how to value, how to be valuing when you receive my darshana, when you receive my manifestation and revelation in your life. First of all, you learn how to value it with reverence. Cheap plus respect is not enough. With reverence, with devoted love and love hankering. When I see you have achieved that qualification, you are doing it at least to the best of your sincerity, I reciprocate. I can reciprocate with you on my own sweet will, not bound by you or not bound by your terms and conditions you impose on me. I have to do this way, that way, because you like me to do this way, that way. No, I am super subjective reality. Try to understand that in the first place. I reveal, I manifest before you, I reveal to you on my own sweet will. Only I have got great weakness, only about one great truth, that is pure love of mine. I become so soft and weak and so tender. Only that is something wins my heart, conquers all my power. So except for that, I do not have any other weakness. I am saying weakness in a poetic way, poetic sense. Only I have got that great weakness, tenderness, that I am so deeply attracted to the pure love, pure loving devotion for myself from the devotees. So except for that, I have no other weakness. You cannot overpower me or challenge me or you cannot question me, you cannot be questioning me, okay, or trying to questioning me, cannot be simply questioning me in the first place, cannot be judging me through some your limited mundane ways of justifications, conceptions of the justifications. You can never be judging me, can never be asking me why should I do this way or not that way. Okay, you cannot be asking me with any kind of claim, I should give you darshan, I should manifest before you, because you did so many things for me, so some service activities, okay, years after years. So now you have got some natural claim, like lawful claim. You have done so many things for me. Now I have to do things. No. I do not answer, I do not respond to such forceful claim. Okay? I can say, if you don't want to, if you feel so tired about me, I don't compel you, I don't force you, I don't oblige you. You have to be staying in my connection. You have to be inquiring about me, looking for me, dedicating your life for me. I don't say that. You live your life without me, under illusion, years after years. You have also got the freedom to misuse. You have also got the free will freedom to misuse. But you cannot have any forcible claim. Cannot have forceful claim because you did these things for me, like in the business field, like a businessman. I gave you this, I did this for you. So in return, you are bound to do this. All this you are obliged to do. Forcible claim. No, I am not bound to answer. Respond. Be careful. But on the other hand, at some points of life, when you have loving claim, not forcible claim, when you have a devoted, loving claim in relation to me, through dedicated love for me, then I find all the reasons, you have got all reasons to claim from me. And at some point I am bound to reciprocate with you. I become bound, I become compelled to reciprocate with you, being overpowered by the potency of your love, loving dedication. Okay. That is the great way to overpower me. Your dedicated love, devoted love for me. Then you have got all qualifications to question me, to judge me, to claim from me as a pure devotee, as a devoted lover of mine. And I reciprocate. Like through Ishopanishad. Some examples, some basic examples also we find through some verses of the Ishopanishad. In a poetically, very sweetly, poetically playful way, addressing the supreme, absolute, divine truth. So cute way. O my beloved Lord, the supreme, beautiful, absolute, divine, of infinite character and power. At last you reciprocated to my prayer. Now you have appeared before me. Giving me your darshan. But look, O my beloved Lord, your face, your whole figure is filled with dazzling effulgence. Your whole form is filled with so dazzling effulgence. I cannot see through. I cannot see you, my Lord. I cannot see through because you have appeared before me, giving me your darshan with your natural dazzling effulgence. Hello. I cannot see your form. See you, my Lord. So please withdraw your dazzling effulgence and let me see you. Allow me to see you. Cute way. Hiranmayena patrena sattasya pihitang mukham tattang pusham apabhinu. Okay. I'll remember. Your face, your whole palm, filled with gold and dazzling effulgence. So much light, how can I see? So much light, so much dazzling effulgence, I cannot see your actual divine form, my Lord. So let me see you, allow me to see you. Very poetically, romantically, poetically way addressing the Lord. And then next moment, Lord Krishna, although it's not directly described, next moment he withdrew his effulgence and let him see his most transcendently wonderful, beautiful form. So much beauty, so much beauty of infinite dimension, so much beauty of limitless nature, limitless character. When the devotee perceives the divine form of Krishna, divine Lord, that form is so much beautiful. Here beautiful means is not just visual beauty. It is filled with visual beauty, sound aspect beauty, touch aspect of beauty, tongue aspect of beauty, feeling aspect of beauty, all attractive in all respects to innumerable aspects. That's the conception of the unlimitedly wonderful, beautiful manifestations. Super subjective, transcendental conception of manifestation of the Supreme Lord, darshan of the Supreme Lord. When the Mahajanas, exalted pure devotees, such as my Guru Maharaj, his divine Srila Guru Maharaj, explaining about the beauty, about the supreme beauty, infinite beauty of the supreme absolute divine truth, was actually explaining the beauty, all to multifarious aspects of beauty, much more than just only visual beauty, more than just the visual beauties, concept of visual beauties. There he was explaining beauty as attraction, not just visual attraction. Attraction, irresistibly attractive principles, realization, that is beauty. Beauty means it is very attractive. We cannot address anything very beautiful if it is not attractive to us. Can we? No. Something which attracts our heart so much, which fills our heart with so much happiness and joy, it is beautiful. That makes it beautiful. Definition of beauty. The definition of beauty is not just, definition of beauty as explained by Srila Guru Maharaj, it's not just limited within visual conception of beauty, but is the unlimited conceptions of the beauty through all different innumerable multifarious dimensions, aspects. That's how he explained about Krishna. Krishna's visual beauty, Krishna's flute sound beauty, Krishna's prasadam giving beauty. After Krishna takes some food and giving prasadam to his devotees, nectar and nectar. Krishna's touch beauty fell through embracing. Krishna's gesture and posture beauties, beautiful ways to relate to his beloved devotees. His lovely, his most wonderfully beautiful gestures and postures, nuances, glances, everything. See? And we also find We also find the manifestation of the same conception of beauty through Madhurastakam, all over Madhurastakam. Vallabhacharya simply describes that beauty in the word Madhura, sweetness. He could have described, instead of sweetness, he could have described beauty, 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 instead of telling sweet and sweet and sweet, sweeter than the sweet and again sweet. Instead of describing in that way, he could have described in another word for the sweetness, by another word for the sweetness as beauty. It is beautiful and beautiful, more beautiful than the great beauty. It is beauty, beautier, most beautiful, more than beautiful, much more than most wonderful, beautiful ways of Krishna, the supremely beautiful Lord. He could have described same Madhurastakam as Saundarjastakam, entitling as Saundarjastakam, Sundaram and Sundaram. Same thing. So, what he described through Madhura, all throughout the whole Madhurastakam, what Vallabhacharya described through the term sweetness, Madhurjam. So Guru Maharaj wanted to describe the same ways through the term beauty, Saundarjam. Saundarjam, an Ananda giving Saundarjam. No other kind of beauty. Ananda giving, ecstasy giving beauty. Ecstasy generating, divine ecstasy, bliss generating beauty. Divinely bliss generating beauty. Ananda. So, in the Madhurastakam, all aspects of beauty of the place of Krishna described. Isn't it? His face is beautiful, smile is beautiful, eyes are beautiful, glances of eyes are so beautiful. His ways of walking beautiful, every footsteps are beautiful. The way he is holding fruits so beautiful. Everything. The way he is reciprocating with his beloved associates so beautiful. The way he is connecting to Jamuna river, gopis, gopa, all the surroundings so beautiful. Again, the way he is making them, letting them to relate, to connect with him. All the river, Jamuna river water, surroundings of the Braja, also so beautiful. He is letting them make, the ways he's letting them relate, connect with him, also so beautiful. Lord of all beauty and sweetness. That's why I was saying beautiful. Instead of, I should have said sweetful. Now I'm flowing in the mood of beauty, in non-difference with the feelings of sweetness, in non-different definition of the sweetness. Sweetness and beauty are now unified together in my conception. See. So the way Vallabhacharya described, narrated our great, wonderful Lord Krishna, super great Lord Krishna, playful Lord Krishna, that everything of him is sweet and sweeter, sweetful, more than sweet, nectarianly sweet, sweeter than the sweetest, ambrosially sweet. Everything of Krishna is so sweet, sweeter than the sweet, ambrosially sweet. That is the full-fledged conception of having darshan of Krishna. And now, Krishna tells to the ordinary, common devotees, trying devotees, he doesn't bother to relate to the atheist and other conditioned jiva souls. He doesn't bother to relate to them. But he, of course, he wants to relate to even common devotees, saying, giving a message, don't be so out of patience so easily. You are searching after me, searching for me, trying to connect with me, should be understood it's not a so cheap class thing that you can so easily avail me. Okay, so you have to be more trained up to have reverence, real respect and reverence for me. Learn how to revere me. You see, our Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Maharaj would be often giving special stress on the term reverence. Reverence. Beyond the normal respect, reverence. And then,
most revered Gurudev.
Most revered Gurudev, most revered, most revered. Then, he wanted to explain, after that, when you have some spontaneous love devotion, on that basis of reverence, then it is a high-class loving devotion, high quality, respectful, loving devotion. No cheap class, ordinary type of love. It's a devoted love. Love with the quality of devotion. Love qualified by devotion. And devotion means partly it also contains reverence, dedication, reverence, humility. Not like cheap class mundane love, or because I like something, I love it. As soon as I don't like, I don't love it anymore. It's a very cheap class. I also explained before in past, very cheap class, cheap class mundane concept of the love based on selfish enjoyment, selfish liking or disliking. As long as I like, I love it. As soon as I don't like, I don't love it anymore. I don't love it, I hate it. It changes. No commitment of devotion. So such cheap class love, cheap quality love is not even offerable to Krishna. It's not even qualified to be offered to Krishna. So Krishna wants to give us that message, wants to educate us, train us, educate us in the first place through some sadhana, through some cultivations, before we become qualified to receive darshan of Krishna, or before Krishna thinks we become qualified, or he also feels inspired to manifest before us. Then at that state we really understand the value, the invaluable nature of having that revelation of Krishna before my eyes and heart, that darshan of Krishna, divine darshan of Krishna before me. By that stage, on that state, we know, we are trained enough, we become trained and educated enough to understand the invaluable value, the priceless price of receiving the darshan of Krishna. Then he manifests. Krishna happily manifests before us. When you know how to value it. But suppose Krishna would be answering all the prayers easily offered. Krishna would be simply answering all the common prayers and just being satisfied. Being satisfied with the little prayers and here and there with little sincerity, without much dedication. He would start giving darshan in a common way, off and on. He would continue you'd be continuing, you start giving darsana, continuing giving darsana off and on, answering to any kind of ordinary respectful prayer, loving prayer, then what would happen? We'd be taking Krishna in a very cheap class way, cheaply available. We won't really understand, we really know, we won't know really how to value Krishna. Okay? Certainly we will not be able to know how to value Krishna, how to value that darshan of Krishna in transcendental way, in transcendence. We'll be taking it for granted, like familiarity breeds contempt. Although it would not be creating contempt, because it is after all Krishna, most lovable, most attractive, supremely beautiful, attractive, beloved truth. So it cannot bring any contempt that is irrelevant to this, but kind of, I'm giving the idea by, there's a saying in the mundane plane, oh, familiarity breeds contempt. A true loving familiarity never breeds contempt. It's a saying, limited concept. A true, caring, loving familiarity never breeds contempt. It always helps each other to understand each other with the truth as they are, and they know how to appreciate each other instead of hating each other. So, but there is a saying, meaning something, when we avail things we continue to avail some things in a very ordinary way, common way, like taken for granted, comfortable way, then we do not really understand its value, its special value, transcendental value, because we often take all those things for granted. Okay. Krishna doesn't want us to have that kind of ordinary cheap class concept of having his darshan. That is not his real darshan then. Transcendental. Krishna's every manifestation and revelation of the darshan of Krishna of transcendental character. It is transcending our comfortable ways, our ordinary ways or qualifications of prayers, or it is transcendental to our natural qualifications to relate to Krishna. It has to be special. It has to be specially qualified and blessed with special sincerity, special loving devotion, which is qualified to be connecting with Krishna, which qualifies us to be deserving the darshan of Krishna. I repeat, which will qualify us to be deserving to be having the darshan of Krishna. Of course, when he mercifully, out of his causeless grace, causeless benevolent grace, divine mercy, he reveals to us, even if we are not qualified enough, that is something else. That is a very special grant. That cannot be compared with some normal systems, normal disciplined ways or systematic ways of how to avail the darshan of Krishna. It cannot be compared. Special means special. Special means special. Exceptional means exceptional. That is the grant by the causeless mercy and grace. Okay, that is qualified by its own self. Okay, that is totally qualified by its own glory and qualification. Nature of causeless mercy and grace. If somebody receives, his fortune knows no bound. That is our target. It is also our great aim and objective and loving claim. Often our loving claim to our divine God and divine Goddess. Why it has to be all the time, you work us You make us work so hard for you. You are also greatly known to be a most kind Lord, most merciful Lord. So where is the sign of your kindness and mercy? Oh Lord, where is the signs? Where are the signs of your great mercy and great kindness, compassion and mercifulness? You are not showing any compassion, your mercy on me, in spite of the fact I am so fit recipient. You are the Lord, you are the Lord, you are the benevolent Lord, known as Savior of the sinners. I repeat, you are also known as the benevolent, most benevolent Lord of great Saviors of the sinners. And here I am, a great sinner. I don't find your attention towards me, any sign of your kindness and compassion being bestowed upon me. And since from long I am trying to connect with you, receive your mercy, and you are not paying proper attention. You are not paying proper attention to me, which I deserve, because I am fit recipient. Being the very great sinner, being the most fallen, I am a fit recipient to receive the help of your mercy, forgiveness, forgiving mercy. I am not finding any. What is happening with you, my Lord? Why you are so absent-minded? Why you are becoming so unmindful in relation to me? Where is your mind? Oh Lord, please be very careful, I humbly remind you. Please be very careful about doing a proper justice to your own name as Patit Pavan, the Savior of the sinners, Savior of the fallen souls. You are not doing proper justice to your own name, that as Patit Pavan, Savior of the fallen and sinners. Here I am, hankering, craving for your causeless grace and mercy, save me, and you are not doing it. If you be continuing to doing, if you be continuing to be living your life, in such a way, doing in this way, then be very careful. Then your name as Patit Pavan will be under question. Devotees will be questioning about it. I will be questioning. You will be doing great injustice to your own name, my beloved, my Lord. Please, at least in order to be doing proper justice to your own name, not for me, not for my cause, to your own name, that you are great Savior of the fallen and sinners, you have to be merciful to me. You have to be saving. You have to set an example. In order to do proper justice to your own famous name, you have to set some realistic example. I am that. Here is a most fit recipient. Here is a most fit recipient to receive your Savior grace, your Savior mercy. I am here the fittest recipient of that. I may not be qualified to relate with you in a very highly qualified way, but in this way I am qualified. This I am qualified because I am so fallen. Although I am not giving an excuse, it doesn't mean I am giving excuse that I need to be very, very fallen to attract your fallen saving grace and fallen saving mercy. But, oh Lord, no, I am trying to be good. I am trying to be better, not trying to be staying on the fallen level. I am trying to be good, to be better, improving myself sincerely. I am in the mode of goodness. I am living the life in the mode of goodness now. I honor you so deeply, revere you, honor you deeply, I love you to whatever capacity I have got, whatever capacity, level, I am able to love you. I am trying to love you with whatever small capacity I have got. I am being sincere, my Lord, but still I am so fallen. So, I am so fallen, and there you are, as so great, magnanimous Lord, so epitome of nobility. Good contrast. Here I am so fallen, needy, and there you are so enriched, magnanimous Lord with so much nobility, mercifulness. So, now let there be some reciprocation, give and take now. Now it will be very justified. It will be very proper and appropriate and justified. At least to do a good justice to your own name. Of course, in the discipline that you are doing a good justice to your own name, I will be so much gainer. I will be gaining so much. So that is my interest. Oh Lord, please do it. Some of the beloved devotees, some of the great devotees of the Lord are trying to motivate Krishna, actively motivating Krishna to be compassionate to him or her, okay, to be merciful, to be greatly merciful, especially merciful to him and her particularly. It's a very strategic, it's a very tactical, very sincere and tactical, loving way, with so much devoted love claim towards the beloved Lord. They are also greatly playing with the playful Lord, with sweet, loving tactics, to be motivating him so nicely, sweetly, loving way, so that he becomes merciful on him. And what happens before such power of love, before such tactical ways, the powerful devotional approach, loving approach, Lord becomes tender and soft. He becomes overpowered. He cannot but be merciful to that devotee. He cannot be avoiding anymore. He cannot be maintaining his standard as supreme, almighty, all-powerful, absolute Lord. He becomes so conquered, becomes so influenced, helplessly influenced, controlled, conquered by the power of love, loving devotion of that devotee. He cannot but have to reciprocate. See, now the supremely all-attractive Lord, now being helplessly attracted by the power of beloved devotee, by the power of love of that devotee. Now he cannot but be attracted to his own beloved devotee, cannot but be specially compassionate and merciful. Very wonderfully qualified ways to approach to Krishna. See, he is so playful, Lord, and devotees are no less playful sometimes. The powerful, devoted lovers of that playful, supreme beloved, the powerful devotees, I would say devoted lovers of that supreme beloved Krishna. Also, they know how to be playfully relate to that most loving, lovely, playful Lord, playful beloved. and conquers, attracts him in such a way. They receive their goal. They become blessed with their goal. They become fulfilled. They reach their goal of bringing their Supreme Beloved close to their heart through the path of his own mercifulness. By relating, by deeply pleading and relating through loving claims, giving him the reasons, reminding him about all the reasons for him to have mercy on him. With devoted loving claim. It's called a devoted love claim. Lovingly devoted claim, which is opposite to forcible claim. Simply opposite to arrogant, forceful business claim. I did this for you, you have to do. Business claim, no. But being situated with the qualities of loving devotional claim, a devotee can be claiming from Krishna so much. And Krishna enjoys that claim. Krishna wants those beloved devotees to become claiming, to become more and more claiming with him. And he enjoys, he takes so much pleasure from that loving claim from Krishna, Harikatha. And flowing this way. So now back to the point, Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita from the other side. So back to the point. So that is the main reason, most wonderfully beautiful reason that Krishna doesn't want to easily manifest, give his darshana to his aspirants in order to maintain his highest dignity and glory and value in transcendence. So that darshan of Krishna is not taken in easy, ordinary, common way, like taken for granted. And that's the way of his life. And that's what he is. That's how he is. That's his own personal lifestyle. That's the way, natural way of his own divine lifestyle. He wants to live his life in a mystically, wonderfully covered ways, in a wonderfully veiled ways from us, apparently invisible, veiled ways, making us more curious and inquisitive, filling our heart with wonders and wonders about him. You know, because he lives in such a way, because he continues to be living in such a way, wonderfully mystery-covered ways. Therefore, it also arouses in our heart some of the wonderful search, wonderful conceptions and search about him, wonderful feelings of him more and more, Lord of all beautiful wonder, the Lord of transcendental, wonderful characters, wonderful, beautiful, mystical characters, transcendental characters. Quickly go to toilet. I drank so much water. I'm coming back. Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare.
So continuing in relation to the original thread of today's Harikatha discussion. Krishna approaching from the other way, other side. Okay, on the face of all these questions, okay, loving questions placed to Krishna, saying that, oh Lord, how can we relate with you? How can we connect with you since we cannot directly perceive you? I cannot directly see you, feel you, hear your sound, how can we? Now, Lord Krishna, in response to that, he is now approaching us in a very wonderful way from another direction. He's saying, why don't you really mean to see me, hear me, feel me, touch me? If you really mean to do that with the best of your sincerity, without any excuses, with the best of your sincerity, if you truly mean to do that, to connect with me, I am there. I am there for you. Subjectively as well as objectively. But the nature of my conception is that of super subjective nature. It's unlike the ordinary mundanely objective nature. So in order to say that, he's speaking of these beautiful verses, Jomang pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati. Yomang pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati. On the contrary, almost from the opposite side, Krishna is saying, I am everywhere. Everything is in me. What is the cause? Why you can't feel about me? Do you really mean to feel about me? Do you really mean to connect with me? Do you really mean to have relation with me? Maybe not.
This is the point.
Because you really mean to connect with so many other things in this worldly life. You really mean to have those things in your life rather than to love me, to connect with me. You mostly remain forgetful of me. If you truly mean to relate with me, hanker after me, I will be there for you. I will be manifesting through your consciousness. Inner consciousness to the level of Chaitya Guru, manifesting to you first. And then through the super subjective dimension, super subjective dimensions of your feelings, of your realization. You can experience, I will be experienced by you. I repeat, through the super subjective dimensions of experience, through that path, I will be realized by you. You can realize of me. Therefore he says, one yomang pashyati sarvatra, one who sees me everywhere, all around. I repeat, one who sees me everywhere, all around. One who receives my vision everywhere, all around. Sarvancha mai pashyati, and also seeing everything all around, situated in me. Tasyaham na pranashyami. I am never lost from that person. Tasyaham na pranashyami. I never become lost. I never become out of the sight or lost from the sight of that kind of devotee of mine. And he also never becomes lost from me. We live with each other. We continue to be living with each other. We are living together. Wonderful, meaningful verse. Yomang pashyati sarvatra. One who sees me everywhere, all around, feels my presence, feels my presence everywhere, all around, and also sees all of those, everything in me. Everything is manifested as my power and energy, none other than my expansion. So they are also living in my energy. Everything also living in me means living with my energy, as my energy. Sarvancha mai pashyati. So that is poetically said as one who sees me everywhere all around, and seeing everything in me poetically. I mean, seeing everything existing, validated by my energy. He is never lost from me, I am never lost from him. Tasaham na pranashya. He never becomes lost from my sight, from my connection, and I am also never lost from him. Meaning, he is already seeing me, feeling into me, situated in my consciousness, being situated in my divine, transcendental Krishna consciousness. He is always seeing me, visualizing me, having my darshana, having my transcendental visions, my darshana, and also seeing everything, viewing everything in connection with me, that everything living in connection with me, whole universe, multiversal system is none other than another expansion of my energy. None other than expansion of my energy. Another form of me, Virata Rupa, universal form of me. He also says, don't think that I can only be visualized, you can have my darshana only in a form, personal, super excellent, beautiful human form. But this whole infinitely vast, multiversal form is also another form of mine. Parama Brahma form. So this infinite multiversal energy form, infinitely multiversal, all-pervading, superpower form of mine, energy form, also my other form, my expansion. It is also me in another form. So why do you consider, why you can see me? Anything you look at, anything you touch at, anything you hear, anything you feel is none other than me. I am everywhere. You cannot live your life without me. You cannot simply be living your life, conceive anything of your life, relate anything without me. So, in other words, anything you are connecting with in your life, anything you are connecting with, anything you are relating to, anything you are living with, everything is none other than my energy, my another form. So, why you think that you cannot see me? At least you can see me in energy, Parama Brahma form. When you really mean to feel me, when you really mean to connect with me in the Parama Brahma form, and reach that level, Brahma Bhuta Prasanna Atma, na sochati na kankshati, in that level, they can see, feel the presence of Krishna everywhere. So Krishna is saying, how can you say that you don't relate with me, you don't connect with me? In spite of every moment you are connecting with me, seeing me, relating with me in energy form, in my universal energy form, still you are thinking, you don't connect with me, You don't relate with me. You are not seeing me. That is the illusion. That is called Mahamaya. Illusion, my illusory energy illusion. As soon as that veil is removed, that illusory conception which is limiting you to, which is making you feel that you are not seeing me, feeling me, you are not connected with me. As soon as that is removed, I am there for you, you are there for me. I am so much there for you, everywhere with you, and you are so much living with me. Only that illusory conditionings have to be removed. Effect of the Bahiranga Maya Shakti, or in other words, not just only Maya Shakti, also our condition, our mundane conditioning of all different attachments, all the mundane conditionings of all different kinds of worldly attachment separate from Krishna, away from Krishna, because we are attached to those with the feelings of I, me, mine, or extended family interest, and not seeing them relating in Krishna's interest. Okay? Therefore, that conditioning becoming so thick, the conditioning of going away from Krishna, becoming so thick and influential, it creates a lot of illusion. And because of that illusory barrier, because of the existence of that illusory barriers between Krishna and us, in spite of connecting him, seeing him, touching him, feeling him in the Parama Brahma, all pervading Parama Brahma, super transcendental energy form, still we think, I don't know Krishna. I think we cannot connect Krishna, cannot see his presence. That is illusion. That is the illusion. Again he says, Aham sarvasya prabhavu matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samannita. One has to be conscious of this reality. It's all Krishna, everything Krishna. You have to be situated in that bhava, in the Parama Brahma form of Krishna. Therefore in Ishopanishad it is clearly said, Tade jati tannai jati tad dure tadantike. Tad dure, very distant, cha tadantike, very near. Simultaneously, how is possible? Is it self-contradictory statement? No. It's never a paradoxical or self-contradictory statement. Saying, he's so far, at the same time so close to you. Depending on our entunement, fine-tuning. Like for giving some material examples, can be, although it's material examples, but it's very good examples to give us some idea towards. Although not full idea, some idea. Like, these days, we have got internet system. So, someone emailing you from thousands of miles away, someone messaging you, emailing you, sending you some photograph from thousands of miles away from. You have got the computer just close by you. You open the computer, connect to the email, it's there. It is so far. That same person can relate to the same email, or you are also sending message to him. Although you are staying so distant, thousands of miles away from each other, but it is such an internet system. Same internet system is right close to me, also thousands of miles away to him, close to him, like quantum physics. quantum particle. As soon as I am touching one quantum particle on this end, millions of miles, or thousands and thousands of miles away, I am also touching another part of the quantum particle. Scientists can realize today. It is so interconnected, but also at the same time different. Same quantum particles sometimes viewed as particle. It is seen as particle, other times simultaneously wavelength. It is working both ways at the same time. Okay? Both are true at the same time. Both are true. Like when I am connecting to a part of the particle of the quantum, I mean subatomic level. When I am connecting to a quantum particle, a subatomic particle on this end, actually I am also touching the whole quantum system. At the same time, touching also the particle of the same quantum truth, quantum reality, thousands of miles away, like electrical connection, as if it's one being. Touching one portion of the water means touching the whole ocean. At the same time, you are touching a part of the ocean. But at the same time, when you see the ocean as one whole being, you are actually touching the whole ocean. Because the part you are touching also connected to the ocean water thousands of miles away from you. So both happening at the same time. Wonderfully. So in a similar way, the supreme absolute divine reality, the supreme absolute all-pervading supreme person, I repeat, the all-pervading supreme absolute superpower, in other words, Bhagavan, a supreme person, is very distant from us, also at the same time near to us. And this is the reality. So back to the point, like when you are touching one point, one end of the quantum particle, you are at the same time also touching other end of the quantum particle, thousands of miles away. Although you are situated thousands of miles away from the other end of the quantum particle or quantum mechanism, but although you cannot go there directly physically, thousands of miles away immediately, but you are affecting same quantum mechanism immediately. The quantum particle thousands of miles away being affected by your touch at the same time. How is it? Apparently so distant, so much distance between two quantum particles. Okay, they are situated so much thousands of miles away from each other, but at the same time it's one reality, no distance. Therefore, when you are touching one end, you are also touching another end, thousands of miles away at the same time. Okay, somebody sending you an email, thousands of miles away from that. But you are getting the email right here, close to you, okay, as soon as you are opening the computer. And if the same person who sent the email from thousands of miles away, or he is sending the same email to you or message to you, sitting right beside you, is the same thing. You will be receiving on your computer, on your account, the same email, whether sitting so close, sending from here to here, or thousands of miles away. It's the same thing, because that electromagnetic system, that energy, is present at the same time, thousands of miles away and right here before me. So I connect to that electromagnetic energy, I connect to that internet media right here, which is also at the same time present thousands of miles away. Both are the same reality. It doesn't make any difference. You are sending a message sitting right beside, receiving immediately, and sending the same thousands of miles away. Immediately you are receiving. Immediately happening. This is some good example to understand how this super energy, how supreme energy, super all-pervading superpower, Krishna, is also called as Param Brahma, is very close to me and so distant from me at the same time. So you can scientifically understand, realize about it. So Krishna says, if you truly mean to connect with me, I am right with you. As I am dwelling in you as super soul. As soul and super soul, your soul, you yourself is none other than an energy particle of mine. You yourself is even none other than an energy particle of mine. Marginal energy. See, and just besides your own soul, I am also living there as super soul, very mystically wonderful way. I am also present there, right beside you, so close to you. But still you feel I am so distant. So distant. So the conception of distance is actually illusion. The conception that I am so distant from you, you are so distant from me, is actually created by the illusion. As soon as that illusion is over, that disconnection is gone, connection is there. Illusory disconnections are gone. The programming, the organized programs of illusory disconnection, disconnectivity is gone. Connection is always there with me. See, look at me, I am such wonderful reality. Therefore says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, I am the Supreme Lord and Master and Controller of everything. Everything. Sarvasya Prabhu. Matta Sarvang Pravartate. Everything is run by me, validated by me, empowered by me, by my energy. Not directly me, I am not directly obliged. Not directly bound, obliged by that. But ultimately validated and empowered by my energy. Matta sarvang pravartate. Iti matva bhajante mang. Iti matva bhajante mang buddha bhava samannita. With such knowledge, with such divine knowledge and wisdom, with such divine consciousness of mind, iti matva bhajante mang, one who iti matva means by realizing me in this way, experiencing me, understanding me in this way, bhajante mang jo, one who engages in my sadhana, one who engages in my bhajana, my devotional service, in my connection, iti matva bhajante mang, with such knowledge and conception, one who engages in my worships, in the cultivation of my devotional life in relation to me, bhajana, buddha bhava samannita. He is actually understood to be the real wise person. Buddha means pandita. He is actually understood to be the paragon, to be the embodiment, to be the embodiment of real bhava, of my transcendental wisdom and knowledge. Bhava samannita. Iti matva bhajanti mang buddha bhava samannita. Those are one, he who engages in my bhajana, in my loving devotional worships, okay, with such consciousness that I am everything, I am the Supreme Lord, Supreme Controller, Empowerer of everything. Everything is run and validated, empowered by me. Then that person must be considered, understood to be full of divine wisdom, divine knowledge and realistic divine wisdom, which is only found in the great scholars, Buddha, Panditas, Buddha Bhava Samanta. That person must be understood as a truly wise scholar, filled with the wisdom of a truly wise scholar, or filled with true wisdom, true scholarship. Scholarship. So he says in this way. Therefore, that's what Mahabhagavatas does. These verses are all such verses like Jomang Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvancha Mani Pashyati, or verses like Macchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kathayantascha Mang Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha, or verses like
Aham sarasa prabhavo Aham sarasa prabhavo
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartati timatto hajanti mang buddha bhava samannita, or like the sign of Mahabhagavata, first verse, Sarvabhuteshu jah pasyed bhagavat bhavam atmano bhutani bhagavatta atman esha bhagavatotta. So Mahabhagavatas are the embodiment, epitome of the meanings of such verses. Because while they are living in the same material world, same mundane plane of existence beside us, but they are not actually living on this mundane plane, same material world. They are seeing, they are having the divine visions of Krishna everywhere, seeing Krishna everywhere, all around, feeling Krishna's presence and participating in Krishna's universal Leela everywhere at the same time. While they are also on the mundane world, living in the mundane world, but they are actually living on the transcendental plane of Krishna consciousness. And we cannot see anything. Guruji or Guru Baba used to give some example, a frog. Frog living so close, just underneath the lotus. In the water, just under the lotus, living so close to the lotus, but cannot taste honey. Cannot really experience the beauty and fragrance and the nectar of the lotus. But bees, bumblebees, bees coming, flying from so far, coming and sitting on the lotus, entering deep, collecting the flower nectar and being filled with the happiness of the flower nectar, joyful, and carrying it to their home. You see. But at the same time, a frog, inside a frog just living so close by that lotus, just under, could not feel anything, only could call out cutter, cutter, cutter like that, could not receive anything. In a similar way, Mahabhagavatas can receive so much from all around, so much nectar of Krishna, feeling so much connection with Krishna, every moment connected with transcendental ambrosial Krishna consciousness. But we cannot do like frog. It's just a mundane example. Mahabhagavatas cannot be compared with the bees. But you can understand the idea. Mahabhagavatas, these examples of the bumblebees or honeybees, not proper example, not really fully qualified example to describe about the character of the Mahabhagavatas. But it describes some part of their character as Paramahamsa, as the nectar collector. nectar collectors. Is one of the great wonderful characters of the Mahabhagavatas. Nectar collection. They are very much conscious about their best gain of their lives. All these Mahabhagavatas, always engaged in collecting the divine nectars and becoming rich and rich and rich, enriched. And then at the same time placing themselves out of great humility. I have nothing, my Lord. Oh, my beloved Lord, I have almost nothing. I'm so destitute. Give me more. In spite of collecting so much treasure, nectar treasure. Such is the inconceivable nature of the pure exalted devotees. Pure exalted devotees. The more they receive, the more their thirstiness, the more their thirst increases. The more they drink that nectar of Krishna, the more they feel thirsty to drink further. The more they have the nectarine treasure of Krishna, the more they want to have, as if whatever treasure they have got is not good enough. They want to have more. The more they embrace Krishna, the more they want to embrace Krishna. Close intimately to the heart. The more they drink the nectar of the beauty and qualities of Krishna, the more they want to drink further. Never enough, never ending thirst. What a wonderful character. What a wonderful transcendental character of the Mahabhagavatas. That is the way to connect with Krishna, to live in Krishna consciousness. If we are truly meaning to be living our life in Krishna consciousness with proper hankering, we will be able to live in Krishna consciousness. It is possible. We will be able to see Krishna, hear Krishna's sound, flute sound, feel Krishna's presence within me, outside, in and out, feeling Krishna's presence as omniscient, omnipresent. We can definitely feel that. When we are finely tuned with that frequency, we have to do the fine tuning through meaning to connect to Krishna, be tuned with being tuned with the divine Krishna consciousness to the best of our sincerity and hankering. At least trying that. To the best of our sincerity, trying it.
Should I stop?
Then it will happen. Then we'll simply discover. Everything is there, just discover is required. We'll simply be discovering, I am in Krishna consciousness. I am in connection with Krishna. To our greatest delight, to our great delight, great pleasing experience, blissful experience, we will be discovering, I am living in nectarine Krishna consciousness, Radha Krishna consciousness. I am so very fortunate. Okay. At least in the beginning we can feel about Krishna intellectually, through our intelligence and through our basic consciousness, through our intelligence, through our meditation, we can feel connection with Krishna. It's not so difficult. Through the in-depth meditation, in-depth devotional meditation on Krishna's flute sound, Krishna's beauty, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's loving nature of beloved relationship between Krishna and beloved devotees, while we all continue to be meditating on all these with genuine sincerity, is some taste of hankering. In the beginning of meditation, of the bhava, they all remain like some kind of beautiful imaginations, speculations or imaginations. But actually, they no more remain as just intellectual speculation, image speculation or image-based imagination. At some point they become reality. Not that they are transformed into reality. Actually, the divine reality descends, reveals on that platform of our high-class subjective meditation, of our high-class subjective, super subjective meditations in Krishna consciousness. Revelation, we can receive revelations, and that revelation is real. It is no more speculation or imagination. For example, in the field of yogic trainings, I know,
because they have to go the
They have to
working
go.
day, working
Just
day,
this point.
and then they
Okay.
will not take
I
prasad
know.
or all these things.
Ah.
Tomorrow we can.
some days we can make some exceptions, just because we're also explaining about something very exceptional, special, very exceptional way, special way, and also I'm trying to give some practical ways, ideas to relate to Krishna consciousness. About like we find from the field of yogic activities. Okay. With all due respect to what Madan Gopal Prabhu said, all due respect, taking little more time. Okay.
It is not about me, but then they will go without taking prasad, working
No,
tomorrow.
why they should go? If there is some
Working
exception
tomorrow.
for 1 day, 2 days, what's the big deal? Many things, we make many exceptions in our life when some special things happen, if we really value like that. So a little bit going out of the time discipline, concept of the time discipline, time limitations for 1 or 2 days, with the happy approval of Madan Gopal Prabhuji. Happy sanctioning. So, last point, this one. So, in the beginning, see, these days, yoga is more or less popular. Popular why? Because the people have some tangible experience. They receive some tangible experience of improvement of health and mental peace when they are able to successfully do. Therefore, I am using some of the practical examples from the world of the yoga practices, performance of yoga. See, in the beginning stage of the yogic practices, it doesn't mean much. Stretching. Okay, stretching. I see. Sometimes strenuous. Straining, I don't feel like stretching. But anyway, doing pranayam, breathing, I am doing all the time. What's the big deal about? What's the big deal about? I'm doing all the time. It's just breathing in, breathing out, and holding for a while. What's the big deal about? I don't understand. What's the stretching? It feels good, sometimes so strenuous. This way, that way. Meditation. I cannot do it. People get out of patience in the first place. It means nothing because they cannot connect. It doesn't click because they are still looking for the frequency. They are trying to catch the center. They are trying to do the attunement, do the tuning of the frequency. They are not yet able to do it. Nothing is clicking. But still the gurus, the teachers say, go on. Whether you like it or not, whether you feel anything or not, go on. with the insistence, okay, with the faith. With a deep faith, you are going to receive something, you are going to achieve something, experience something. With a deep faith, continue your insistence. Just simply be insisting and insisting whether or not you feel anything, makes any sense to you. That's what they do. And at some stage of the yogic practices, when it starts clicking, when the yoga candidates are able to do some tuning, fine tuning with the frequency, then they realize, then they start experiencing and realize what it is. At some point, the great yogis, they don't want to go away from doing pranayama. It becomes so pleasurable. Breathing in and holding for a certain time period and the breathing out. It's no more stays as just some kind of long in breathing and long breathing out and holding. It doesn't make any sense. It brings some pleasurable experience in them because they have control over the pran vayu. At that time they have got the connection, they have some nice playful relation, they already cultivate some great relationships, communications, coordination, communications through all different kinds of the pran vayus, not only one kind of air just taken inside the lungs and put out. They can connect to the same air in different dimensions. Pran, Apan, Shaman, Dan, Udan, is different pran vayus in connection through chakras, and they receive so much pleasure from the pranayama. Even holding the breath for hours, very pleasurable experience for them. And for the ordinary person, they cannot. It's very painful, strenuous experience to hold the breath. See, they can receive such a state, even the ordinary persons, upon becoming habituated, accustomed with some yogic stretches. If one day they do not do one stretch, they are missing. In the beginning, they don't like to do, it's strenuous. But once they get attached to it, it clicks in their life, they start receiving some benefits. Then they feel so good about it, it hurts good. Often some of these strenuous stretches now bringing some feeling in their life, oh, hurting so good. And if they don't do certain stretches, they are missing something. Oh, I should have done that. I don't feel so good without those stretches. See? Same thing, which was not making any sense. Cannot understand anything. Same thing now, giving some pleasurable experience. They like to do more and more. And what to speak more of the meditational experience level, when they know how to do it, when they know how to connect, how to do the fine tuning with the real frequency of the certain divine dimensions of the meditation, and the divine thoughtfulness of the God, divine meditation about the supreme, beautiful divine truth. That the pleasure they experience from the level of meditation while they are in the material body is unaccountable, beyond their language. They simply taste, it's called amrita, nectar secreting from the sahasrara. And it extends, that nectarine experience expands through the whole existence. And they feel thrilled. And it is a reality. I'm not talking anything imaginary. This is reality. Yogis feel that. They have some divine, thrilling experience all over their existence. It starts in connection with the chakra, in the harmonious cooperation, coordination to all the chakra system. And at some point, it starts from the sahasrara. Sahasrara level, nectar starts secreting, flowing. It inundates the whole existence. And therefore, they can be continuing years after years sitting in same posture. Ordinarily, how long one can do that? Cannot. Because of that experience. Ordinarily, a person will be out of patience, cannot even sit in one place for a few hours even. And great yogis doing it. So it is proven by their ways, yogic way, that they are receiving something most wonderful, nectarine experience through meditation. But in the beginning, meditation means nothing. It's like the jungle of thoughts. One doesn't know how to do it. What's the big deal of seeing some images in mind, imagining something, trying to visualize some images? It's coming and going. What image? I don't know. I don't like this. Rather, I look at phone. Rather, immediately I get my mobile phone. That is nectar to me. I can now get my mobile phone. I can connect to the internet. I can start to. That is rather very pleasurable, nectar to me. What is in meditation? But once it clicks, they know what it is. Similar way. I am resting my Harikatha here. Hare Krishna. Okay. Now you may all be late to go back to your home, but it's okay. Make some exceptions, happily.
Maharaj, Mother Gopal told me tomorrow at 9 you are speaking